this whole end-to-end concept, which comes up often, all right? I think one thing that's always been kind of in the definition of a project is PMI. It's elaborated on the new PMBOK and I think it's good, what a project is. Mm-hmm. There's some new elements, which I like. But I think one of the biggest reliefs, but also biggest challenges for project understanding is this concept that projects are temporary. Projects are temporary, but if we're talking about project success in a holistic perspective, in a system perspective, this is the first thing I tell project managers, if you don't know what happens before your project, you're screwed. If you're not involved, if you don't care what happens after you, if you think that the output is what people care about, you're screwed. Okay?
You're talking value.
Right? And the new PMBOK also goes into that 3-tier kind of, I'm not quite, I think the vocabulary needs a little bit of work, but it's pretty much, so we have the output, we have benefits or outcome.
Let's start with the deliverables.
Yeah, let's start with that. Yeah.
Outcome, and then we have the value after all. And they're 3 distinct concepts linked to each other, but not the same.
Yeah. Although I that's one question I would also have. It doesn't come in the beginning of the new PMBOK, but it comes towards the end, which I thought was refreshing, is the word impact.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of semantics here. What we need to understand, the 3 terms that I always use, I use output or benefits. Output, which is the same as deliverable to me. I use benefits or outcome, okay? Value for me is the umbrella, kind of like OPM for, And for me, impact. And the reason why I like to use the word impact is because there's a huge community that I think that we should be working more strongly with, is the different NGOs, UN organizations. For them, impact is a distinct terminology in their project assessment.
And you know what I think? For me, it resonates also with any kind of project, because what a project includes, at least from my perspective, is that you change something. So, and I like the term impact, because impact means to me that something is different from before and not just slightly changed.
And it's not only quantitative, although I think I'm very happy that PMI stopped using the word quantitative, they use tangible and intangible. I like that. But I think there's gold in this. I think one of the biggest challenges of the 21st century right now is that we've let Harvard Business Review and all those Ivy League universities all over the world influence us too much with this concept of shareholder value. Shareholder value is not to your benefit. Stakeholder value is actually what drives. Because if you only work according to shareholder value, the problem you have, it's always short-term or mid-term.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think we are moving forward in this concept that says, listen, we have a short-term perspective, we have a mid-term perspective, and you better have a long-term perspective. And I think that's essential.
And as a project manager, you need to understand that one.